Good morning, all the way from LA. Y'all, thank y'all for jumping on the super chat yesterday. All those funky rumors that stated that, YouTube, the reason why I cannot monetize is because YouTube disabled my ability to monetize. We proved that wrong yesterday, didn't we? Thank y'all for the donations. I was out and about having a fantastic time. This is the weekend of BET Awards, and there are so many events going on in Los Angeles surrounded around the BET Awards. So I was out and about last night. I got around and had a great time. So that's where, you guys caught me doing the live. But for those of you that donated, and even if you didn't donate, I was so glad just to be back with you guys. I haven't done a YouTube live in over 2 years. YouTube makes me sick. This community is fucking atrocious. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't even be on here, honestly. It's so fucking toxic. But we dispelled them rumors, didn't we? And y'all donated. Y'all did. All your donations will be going to a charity, a nonprofit organization called Go Girls. And I want y'all to follow them on Instagram. I'll pin their Instagram and contact. The founder and CEO, her name is Shirley Phillips, and she's based out of Harlem, New York. I've worked with her. I've done events with her. Amazing woman out here breaking her back to bring different programs to our young teenage girls living in these urban communities that don't have a mentor, they don't have someone they look up to. A lot of these young girls are victims of sexual abuse. And they need guidance. She creates programs centered around helping our teenage girls, fitness programs, teenage pregnancy, literacy, financial literacy. She does so much to help the teenage girls, our youth, by keeping them busy with educational stuff, fun stuff. And she's had some celebrity events too. So I want the donations to go to her. I spoke to her already, and I will be getting a confirmation video from her. She said she's not even on YouTube, but she said she's so thankful, so I will get a video confirmation from her, confirming that y'all donations went to her. She's a very sweet person, and I will be working with her. Me and her have been talking about doing a girls event to help young girls, teenage girls, learn about narcissistic abuse. I'm all for helping our teenage girls get that education before they even turn into women. So stay on the lookout. I will pin her Instagram. Follow her on Instagram. I don't think she's on TikTok, and she's not really here on YouTube, but you can follow her on Instagram. You can see the photos of the beautiful programs. She just had, who's the celebrity? She used to be an MTV host. She had a celebrity event where the celebrity came out and did fitness with the teenage girls, a workshop. It was just amazing. Thank you guys so much. So I will be going live again today. I'm on Cali time, West Coast time, 5 p.m. We going live. No super chat. I don't want no donations. It will be disabled. I just had to shut some bitches up. So we just gonna go live and have fun. And I also like the fact, y'all, we had trolls on that super chat yesterday, and YouTube was just blocking them. I didn't really need no moderators. YouTube was like, bye. And you have the option to click on the message to see what they're saying. And I said, I'm not clicking on that bullshit. Just thank you, YouTube, for weeding them, filtering them. Get them the fuck on out of here, okay? We just gonna ignore them like they don't exist. So I was happy that, my super chat live was really not interrupted yesterday. I was so glad to see y'all. Oh, felt good to be back. And wasn't I looking fabulous? That orange color be hitting my skin something fierce, honey. And I'm all tanned and glazed up. I got my bronzer on. The wig was sitting right. The face was beat for the gauze. The jewelry was popping. Not bad for a girl from the projects, if you ask me. Us project girls don't know how to dress. We're trashy. We don't have class. We don't know shit. We're ghetto. But not this ghetto girl. Not this girl from the projects. Anyway, all jokes aside, it's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I think I have to do a separate video. I want to talk about 3 things, and I'm going to break them up over the course of the next few days. Number 1, Shark Tank, Damon, the black dude, the black bald-headed guy, Damon. Woo! The mask is off. I need to talk about high-powered businessmen that are narcissistic, baby. He filed harassment. He filed a restraining order, I believe, against this smaller company that he is trying to scam and get over on. That is coercive control. That's a separate video. I also want to talk about those 5 men that went deep sea, looking for in the submersible, in the Titanic, looking for the Titanic or whatever the tour was or whatever. Just, if common sense was common. I just want to say this real quickly. This is how I know narcissistic men that have overinflated egos, and this is no disrespect to any of their families. May they rest in peace. I have empathy for the families, but that was a prime example. Them men were billionaires. And they didn't have the common sense oh my God. How do you have that much money, that much ego, that much power, but you lack the common sense to respect nature? This is what tells me that these men do not believe in God. They don't respect God. They don't respect human nature. They don't respect the deceased. The Titanic is down at the bottom of the fucking ocean for a reason, and nobody's to go down there and fuck with that shit. But when you're a narcissistic asshole with an overinflated ego and you think you're fucking untouchable, and you got all this money and power, you do what you want to do. And then you know what? Nature and God, Father above, he has to show you who's fucking running things. This is how these narcissists end up. This is how Kevin Samuels ends up. This is how they all end up when they think they can do shit their way. And they lack respect for everybody else. They just walk all over and do whatever the fuck they want. You know where that took $250,000 to go down there to see that shit. You know where that money could have went. All the homeless people all the homeless shelters we need, all the causes, human trafficking, children being raped, molested. That money could go to so many causes, and they chose to fucking blow it going down in the fucking ocean. They paid for their own fucking suicide. That's a separate video, because that's super ego, super power, control, domination. I can do what I fucking want. I'm a billionaire. I'm gonna do what I want. And what happened? The narcissist is so fucking smart. They're fucking dumb. They're dumb as fuck. These men out here that think they running shit. I'm going to get on Damon. That's a separate video. Damon from the Shark Tank. I'm going to get his ass together because he pulled a Russell Simmons. And I think we're not done seeing his mask. We're going to see him spiral. The more that the people that defend themselves, they're going to bring him up out of his character. It's coming. I promise. Damon, I'm going to get in his ass. I'm going to talk about the men that went down deep down in that ocean and that it imploded. You can't go that far underneath the water and not think. You got the pressure of the ocean crashing in on you, and then they ran out of oxygen. How? Oh my God, that's a separate video, because I still can't get over the lack of common sense. The lack of common sense. But that's the narcissist and his overinflated ego thinking he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He don't give a fuck who got something to say about it. But I want to talk about R.C. Blakes and his wife Lisa. And I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers, but I'm the spiritual whistleblower. My job is not to be liked. I'm not here to be liked by anybody. I don't give a fuck about that. My job is to live in my purpose and do this work. This work is so dirty. You got to get down in the trenches to fucking defeat and call out these demons. R.C. Blake's wife, Lisa, is in the hospital. And I saw bits and pieces of his video trying to explain why she's in the hospital in such a way that it comes off as damage control to me. It comes off as damage control, and he's pimping. I don't know if it was a live chat, because you know he got to get them super chats. He got to get y'all donations while he's giving his talk on live. But she's in the hospital. I want to compare R.C. Blakes to Alan Kassenhoff. If you don't know who Alan Kassenhoff is, ladies and gentlemen, that is the man. He is a high-powered lawyer in New York State. And for several years, he bullied, harassed, and abused his wife until she could not take it anymore, and she paid for an assisted suicide. Catherine Kassenhoff. So the bullying behind closed, see, to the public, he was this perfect, loving father. He was a high-powered attorney with this loving family. His wife was a federal judge. You know, Catherine had a good job. Catherine, they made good money in Westchester County, I believe. But behind closed doors, he was a monster, a bully, a tyrant, a control freak, a full-blown narcissist, and he abused the children, their 3 daughters. So what Catherine began doing was she began secretly videotaping him and documenting him bullying and abusing her behind closed doors. And she caught him on video bullying and abusing his children. It was horrible. Just go pull his name up in the videos. It's so disgusting the way that he treated his wife. But what made it more sadistic was she was diagnosed with cancer on 2 occasions. She was in the bed trying, you know, fresh out of surgery at home, trying to recuperate. And he was still bullying her while she was trying to rest and recuperate. She said, please take the kids to school. I'm sick. I'm trying to heal. He said, no, you do it. Called her all types of horrible names. Her body's trying to heal after surgery. She beat cancer twice. Then she got cancer allegedly a 3rd time. She was terminally ill. Then he took her to court. He kept using, you know, this is what they call a vexatious litigant. He kept filing restraining orders and filing this and filing that. He used the court system against her to bully. And there were so many people that helped him do it. It was so sick. It's basically unveiling the family court system and all the corruption, all the corrupt judges that are psychopaths, all the lawyers. They all were working together. Pseudo mutuality. Remember, I told you guys that word. Narcissists work together in packs. You'll never see them work alone. They work together collectively to come against one. And we're seeing that in this community, but I fights back, baby. They got the wrong one. You try to gang up on me, bitch. You got some problems fucking with me. Cause I'm gonna fight tooth and nail, bitch, to the death of me. And I literally mean that in the name of Jesus. Okay, they band together to team up against one, and that's what he did. Alan Kassenhoff gathered so many people in the family court system to team up with him to destroy his wife, to the point he got full custody, took her children away, got a restraining order, isolated her, kicked her out of her own house where she paid the mortgage. Her property, he had her thrown out of her own house, so she had to get an apartment. And she had to beg to see her children. He took the kids away. He would not let her see. And then, you know, with her dying of terminal cancer for the 3rd time, she said, I can't take this anymore. It's unbearable. I can't see my children. I'm dying of cancer. I have nothing to live for. This man, I have no more money. And she was a federal judge. She wasn't broke. He broke her. He broke her financially. He broke her spiritually. He took her children away, which was the camel that broke the straw's back. And then she's dying of terminal cancer. So she paid to have an assisted suicide. So what that needs to, you know, what I want women, I've been preaching this, ladies, when you stay married and connected to an abuser for that long, your body will break down. You will get cancer. You will get autoimmune disease. Your lupus, your sickle cell, whatever you have will flare up. If you have fibroids, they'll flare up. If you have breast cancer, you know, ovarian cancer. We saw that with the Braxtons, my girl that just passed away. You know, she was ganged up by her family. All the Braxtons are narcissists. Her husband's a motherfucking narcissist. When you are in that kind of environment every day getting bullied, your body will break the fuck down. Then you start drinking and smoking, and that induces the inflammation in your body. So I believe Tracy Braxton, she was smoking, she was stressed out, and she was dying at the same time, and she passed away. Let me reiterate, when you are married to an abusive fucking man, and he has this squeaky clean image to the public. Everybody thinks he's fucking perfect with the perfect family. But he's getting behind closed doors. He's bullying you every chance he gets. He's verbally, physically. He's abusive. And you're taking it day after day after day after day. Your body will break the fuck down. Why do you think the percentage of women who have breast cancer, that women are dying in high percentages of breast cancer? Why do you think breast cancer is a huge deal in this nation? And every year in October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we see all these women, running and doing marathons and raising money for breast cancer awareness. Women are dying of breast cancer because they're married to abusive partners. they're around abusive men, or their families that they grew up in, their parents, their family, they won't cut their families off, and they just tolerate the abuse year after year after year, and the body breaks down. I wonder what Lisa Blakes is in the hospital for. R.C. Blakes was quick to get on that fucking video and do that taping from the hospital. He was doing damage control. He knows what he's doing to his wife behind closed doors, and I know too. And her body's beginning to fucking react to his abuse. And he's probably going to put her up to putting out a statement to the public to clean up things, to make it look like, you know, she's okay and everything. He's going to have her do damage control, but he's already started the process of damage control. RC bullies his wife behind closed doors, and now we're seeing her body break down from it. Her body is breaking down. This is what happens. We saw with the Alan Kassenhoff situation. Catherine had cancer 3 times. She beat it twice. And the third time she said, listen, I'm dying. I'm on my way out. This man keeps bullying me. I can't take it no more. She paid for her own suicide. I'm just curious, is R.C. Blakes breaking down his wife behind closed doors? Why is she in the hospital? Has his narcissistic abuse taking a toll on her health, and now they're trying to do damage control to clean things up? Let's talk about it. I don't give a fuck who gets mad about it, because I know I can see an abuser a mile away. You will know them by their fruits. He can pimp all his spiritual daughters and talk that talk, because a lot of black women are lost and they need a daddy figure, and he steps in. He wants to be y'all daddy. He wants to be y'all father figure. I got a father. I got 2 fathers, one up in heaven and one that brought me into this world. He procreated with my biological mother. That's who my father is. I'm not going to fucking idolize no fucking man and call him my spiritual father. My spiritual father is God up above. A lot of y'all black women are lost calling a fucking man your spiritual father. That's idolatry, by the fucking way. And the fact that you're feeding him narcissistic supply every time you call him spiritual father. Yes, my spiritual daughters, that's a cult. He ain't fooling me. He been bullying his wife behind closed doors, and her body's breaking down. Her body is responding to it. How many of us women have been with toxic, abusive men in our bodies? Autoimmune disease, fibroids, thyroid problems, autoimmune, lupus, sickle cell, hair loss. You start eating, emotional eating, and gaining weight, or you starve to death because your anxiety, you can't fucking eat. So now you're losing weight, you anorexic. Stomach problems, irritable bowel syndrome. The list goes on and on. You stay with an abusive man, your body will break the fuck down. Go ahead, RC. Keep doing damage control. I know what it is. You can't fuck with my discernment, sir. God sees you for the piece of filth that you are. I pray speedy recovery for your wife. But baby, you're going to slip. You can do all the damage control you want. They all slip. All the abusers slip. Russell Simmons slipped. Derek Jackson slipped. You cannot out-manipulate God. God will set it up. You're going to fall soon. Your day is coming. Doing damage control from the hospital. Trying to cover up. Your wife is taking a toll, and her body is reacting to it. Ladies, y'all be safe, and I'll see y'all at 5 p.m. West Coast. We on West Coast time, okay? Which is 8 o'clock East Coast time, okay? I'll see y'all later today. Love y'all, spiritual whistleblower.